This is Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and I am going to do some alcohol ink play. We will be working on some cellophane tape. I have some, I prefer the cellophane tape to the other Scotch tape, which is more matte. I like the shiny cellophane. You can get it at the Dollar Tree. These are two that I picked. The Dollar Tree tape works really well. These are two that I actually picked up at a thrift store the other day. And so I will be using these. And I also am going to show you how you can use these Avery clear label, address label sticker sheets for your inkjet printer or laser printer. This was for an inkjet. I don't have an inkjet, so I am using these up. This, however, will be transparent. It will be transparent, but they will be matte and not as clear as the Scotch tape or the cellophane tape. So what I do is I just take strips and I put them down on freezer paper. The cool thing about freezer paper is that you can then pull back the tape. It doesn't stick to the freezer paper and the tape is still sticky. Where I have used wax paper in previous times, the wax paper sometimes will peel up with the tape over time. So I really enjoy using the freezer paper for this reason. Freezer paper can be bought in a grocery store or Amazon, and it is literally called freezer paper. So it is shiny on one side, has a slick surface, and on the other side, it is a paper surface. You want to use the more the more shiny side. So the other thing I do is I take the tape and I put a little bend at the end and I fold it over on itself so I have a tab so that I can pull it off. A lot easier to be able to remove off the freezer paper that way. But, you know, you do you. Okay, so I have a few colors here. I am, like I said, going to do a boho journal. So I pulled some colors. This one is called Eggplant. This one is called Purple Twilight, and I have one called Ember. I don't know about the Ember. I may have to go with Red Pepper or Cranberry. I'm not really sure. I don't know how Ember, I don't know what the color that is. It looks a little orange. We'll see. So anyway, but you know what? It's tape. It's cheap, and I can always, you know, revise. The other thing I have is alcohol blending solution. This is a little trick to make it look kind of splotchy and make it a little more transparent. So you want to get some alcohol blending solution in order to blend your colors and also to make spots. So I literally take the tip, place it on the felt pad, wipe the tip, and then I take it, and I'm going to find a piece, and I just kind of dab it here and there because, like I said, I want to mix a couple of colors. So I'm going to just kind of move it around and leave some space. I'll probably do, and I want to do like a skinny one. But I'm daubing. When you dab it, you get more puddle look. If you swipe it, let me go to a skinny one. If you swipe it, you get more coverage and color. So you can decide what you want to do. If you want more coverage and color, or if you want more of like splotchy puddles, right? Okay, I'm going to use this cranberry color. If you don't have an alcohol blending solution, if you don't have any of that, you can, well, I don't even know if I can get this open. I'm going to try red pepper. You can try using 90% alcohol. I'm going to then use another different section. You want to take the tip, put it in there. I'm using the same felt. And I am just going to do the same thing. I'm going to dab. Now this time what I want to do is I'm going to add it in and over and let it bleed and blend with the purple. This is going to be super pretty. But anyway, you can move a lot faster. I'm kind of going slow. I'm trying to Oh, I got something dinging here. Okay, so when you hit the other color, it's going to blend and you're going to get this nice mottled look. The other color I'm going to use is called Purple Twilight. And I'm just going to add that to the same one. You don't have to, you can use a different one. But because I'm working, oh yeah, that's really pretty. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to add it in. So this, and I'm also going to swipe it over the other one. Like so. And I might add in a little bit of the red here and there. That. Okay, I need the red one, purple. And since I have all three, I can twist it on here also and get a better blending solution. So this is going to be more of a marbled paper kind of look, like that. Now I'm using the Adirondack Mixatives Pearl, and then I also have the Mixative Silver. And you want to make sure you shake. They do have a blending bead in there. So you want to make sure that you shake them really well and get them mixed up. And I'm going to add this on here. And I'm just going to daub some of this on. And it will lighten the colors that you have and adds this little pearlescent. You can also take it and just drip it, and it will, if you drip it on there, it will spread. And blend. So that's an option too, to use this as spread and blend. But that will add a little pearl to it. I'm going to try the silver on the other one. Again, I've already shaken these. I'm just going to add a little bit of silver in to some empty spots, and then I'm going to swipe it over. I'm getting both the white and the silver. But that's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, let's go over to this side now and pick this one back up. And let's do some of these. So here, I'm just going to randomly, and you're going to see where the back paper is. So I'm just going to run it over the labels like so. Like so. And then I'm going to go in, put a couple of drips, and then I'm just going to dab that in and layer some color in on these. Like that. That is so annoying. I do not know. Oh, this thing. Okay. Alrighty, and then it looks like a hot mess right now, but I'm promising you when you peel it off, they actually look nice. Let's put in some mixative. Drop some of this on. Some silver. And then, let's see. $1. And again, you can layer. And then if you don't like it, you can always go back with the blending solution. You can use the blending solution and you can drop some of this onto, you could do it on a pad, but, and then we could blend it and it makes it a little bit lighter. So, okay, so I'm gonna let that dry. And then I'm gonna go in on the pad with some blending solution and just kind of hit this a little bit. Fill in some places and maybe lighten up some things. Alrighty, so I'm gonna let that dry and I'm gonna work on another color. So let's do, I wanna do like some old tape. So I'm gonna use some latte. This you do not have to shape. It does not have the mixative in it. I'm gonna do some latte. Let's see how that color comes out. I think this is a great color for old tape. And again, I kind of like to swipe and I'm going to pick up some color from the next one next to it, if that's all right. So that is the latte color. And then I'm going to use this one. It's called Ginger This is going to end up being a little more rust. And I'm going to put some of that on here. And we are going to add this in. This is another great color for tape. It's just a little more intense, but it's another great color to use if you want to get that old tape look. So I've got that. And then I'm going to do this here. And you can swipe it if you want. That works also for the old tape. But to be honest, when you do that blotting kind of look, and I can do one where I mix the colors. So it's a little darker on the edge and then lighter in the middle. But when you do that, you get this really cool kind of watermark on there when you kind of twist it and dauber. I really like that color. Okay, here's another one. This one's called Caramel. I just want a couple options, you know, tape doesn't age the same, right? So I'm going to go in here. Now this is going to be, is that? Yeah, it's a piece of tape. I really like the caramel color. And I can even twist it and use all 3 colors. And now I'm getting some of that purple color in there, which is kind of cool because it was next to the other one. And that's kind of fun. So right now I'm just kind of doing all I'm doing all kind of 3. All right, let's go back to the latte. I think the latte color is probably the closest to old tape. And then I got one more strip up here. Well, I actually had 2 more strips, right? Yeah. So maybe I'll do these more swiped. It's interesting what happened there. So that is those. All right, so I've got some for my boho journal with the purples and the pinks. And then I have some tape. And this is like, oh my gosh, this is the perfect color right here. I don't know if you can see when I lift it off, if you can see that color. Oh my gosh, it's going to be perfect. So we're going to let that dry. Let me come back to this one and I'm going to see how this worked out. Okay. So this is what that, and it's got a pearl sheen to it because I added the pearl mix-it-in. But this is what this one looks like. Let me see if I can stick it on something where you can see, like, see how it's, once you add that pearl mix-it-in, it becomes opaque. So I just want you to know that it does not stay transparent as much. You can kind of see it, but not really. So anyway, those are the labels. Let me do the labels with the browns. Do some latte. This color. And I'm just going to take them and just swipe them across. Go from there. Let's see, I'm going to put some blending solution on here. Get a little more lighter. A little bit lighter than what I even have. So I'm doing the blending solution to give me even a lighter tone. So there's that. Alrighty, so I've got the tape kind of color. And you can see when you add in the blending solution that it is more transparent because you can see the A underneath there. So anyway, that is my little alcohol fun. And I also want to tell you that you can use this actually on transparency. So, and I'm going to get out a transparency sheet. This is transparency film for the copier. I'm sorry about the glare. It's going to have a glare. There's nothing I can do about it. What's interesting is that the one for the copier, you're going to feel it's going to be a little rough on one side and shiny on the other. So I like to use this, smooth on the other side. So I like to use the smooth side. This is the side that normally you wouldn't print on in your printer. But so what you can do is we can just add some colors. Let's just do this amber color. Jeez. Really stuck. So let's do ember. And I'm gonna just put a little on here, put a little on here. And I'm gonna work in, I think, just quadrants for now. And that is just gonna keep spreading out. And then I'm gonna add in, I think I have a yellow, I do. And I'm gonna just add a little and add a little, and I'm actually going to add it kind of next to it so it bleeds in and blooms. That this is so much fun. Oh my goodness, because you never know, like when you watch it, like that gives me like a sunburst and it kind of mixes in. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. I'm thinking for my Carly Simon journal that I'm doing for myself. That'll be fun. Okay, let's do some blues. Now you want to if I'm gonna cut that like 4x6, I'm gonna stay away from it. So I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna do a drop of some blues. Like that. And then I've got like this bottle green would be fun for summer. And it is still spreading. So I'm going to make sure that I just do a little drop. Ooh, that was a big drop. A drop, a drop, a drop, a drop. And those have pooled together. Okay. And now this is just going to dry on here. Oh, I lost the circle-y look, but I still love that kind of blobby look. This is more like bubbles. I'm really liking how that turned out. Let's see. I've got mermaid, which is kind of cool. And then maybe I'll do like mermaid. Mermaid. Do another one down here. And let me add in maybe the mermaid and the, what's this one? Cloudy blue. See how that turns out. This is so much fun though, because you never know what you're going to get. Pretty. And I'm going to do them a little bit farther apart. See how much they spread. This one's been sitting a while. I'm liking this one. Okay, then I'm going to add in, I think I have one, lettuce or something. What's this one? Lettuce. I think that's gonna look really pretty with this color combination. Yeah. So get out your alcohol inks and have a little play. And I think I'm gonna put a blob right there. And then what you can do is you could come in after and you can stamp on it. After it's done, you can take archival ink and you can stamp on it. And like a word or something like that. That'd be so much fun. Like in the place that the ink isn't, because I'm wondering if the alcohol ink, I wonder if you should use stays on. I'm not really sure. But I usually just come in and stamp like in a blank spot. I don't cover over, so I'm not sure how if it's an archival ink, if that is going to mix and make this move. If it will mix with the alcohol ink, I'm not really sure. I guess you could just flip it over on the other side and stamp, and then you'll have this on the back side. But yeah, so I'm just gonna let this dry and I'll set that aside. But how cool, oh my gosh, how cool is that? This is gonna be so much fun to use. I need to do some purple ones, so I'm gonna set this aside and let that dry. And I am going to do a purple one because I thought I had another one out here. Oh, shit. Again, I'm using the not rough side. It's very smooth and slick. Let's do one for the boho journal. So I'm going to do this dots and this one, and then let's do that red pepper. Oops. It gets it. That one's definitely going to get it. That's cool. It kind of puddled in the middle. Interesting. Puddled. How about adding in a little orange? I can already hear the age of Aquarius. Oops. Wait, is that? Yeah, this is the ember color, so it's a little on the orangey side. Let's see if it goes into that one, what I get. Fun! I want to do another one with the orange and the yellows. Go there. And let's do another yellow and orange one. This time I want to try to keep it a little bit farther away and let it spread. This one might look neat with the yellow. Add just a touch of yellow. This is cool. I like those. That's cool with the yellow. All right, do that. I need to leave space to. Okay, that's fine. And then what else I got? I've got, let me do the browns, a brown one for the fall. So I've got latte. Just do like that. And I've got caramel. Whoops. That one didn't stay round. And then ginger. It'll be interesting to see if it meets up with the other one. I hope it doesn't. Ooh, that's going to be a big puddle. Interesting, it didn't. And now it's going into the other colors. And this is like a half one, I guess because it's kind of rounded up because of the paper underneath it. It's cool though. That looks like a mushroom. Looks like a mushroom. I wonder if I can do more of a mushroom look. Then you have to add in you have to add in a color here in order to get it to look like a shelf mushroom. So, I don't know, this one maybe. Oh my gosh, it's like mesmerizing now to sit and watch it. It's so cool. Do that. I wonder if you get like a, maybe you just put it in the middle. If you get like tree ring kind of a deal, what happens? It did ring. It did turn into a ring. That's pretty cool. All right, so that was fun. It's fun to watch them to mix and stuff, and yeah, that's fun. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that. I can tell you. I've got how many? 100 sheets of this transparency foam that I got the other day at the thrift store. But how much fun is that going to be in a journal? Like just to cut it out and, have it over your page or whatever. You could do a whole page like this, I guess, and fold it in there if you wanted, if you want to do a whole page of it. But anyway, thought that was fun. Thank you for playing with me with the alcohol ink. So we did some labels. We played with the alcohol inks, on the transparency. And then we did it on the cellophane tape. So that's what we have, guys. Let me get this other one because this is probably dry now. This is the other one that we did and we started out with. So yeah. So thanks for joining me, and look how cool that is. So cool over a background. So anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you get out your alcohol inks and you have a little playtime, and I will see you soon. Keep crafting.